What's up, YouTube? My name is Vinny Fraser, also known as Vincencius Music, here with my beautiful fiance,
Becca.
And we are Real Reactions. Blow! What's up, YouTube? Thanks for coming to our channel today. Real Reactions here, and today we're finally getting into some Sage Francis. Sage Francis, welcome to the channel. We decided to go with the best of times. Anytime I think of Sage Francis, this is the track that I think of right away first, because it's just so good, man. It's so captivating. So, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like the video in the description that we are reacting to. And don't forget, if you change your perception, you can change your reality. Man, I can't wait to get into this. Let's do it. This is that shit that I grew up on, like I didn't walk home from school listening to Juicy J. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to this shit. I'm sorry, I finished it.
That's okay.
That was rude.
I listened to Juicy J too. I like both.
It's been a long and lonely trip, but I'm glad I took it, because it was well worth it. Got to read a couple books and do some research before I reached my verdict. Never thought that I was perfect. Always thought that I had a...
Pause. Bam! We're back. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get it.
long and lonely trip, but I'm glad I took it, because it was well worth it. Got to read a couple books and do some research before I reached my verdict. Never thought that I was perfect. Always thought that I had a purpose. I used to wonder if I'd live to see my first kiss. The most difficult thing that I did was recite my own words at a service, realizing the person I was addressing probably wasn't looking down from heaven. Or cooking up something in Hell's Kitchen, trying to listen in or eavesdrop from some other dimension. It was self-serving, just like this is. Conveniently religious. On Easter Sunday and on Christmas, the television went from being a babysitter to a mistress. Technology made it easy for us to stay in touch while keeping a distance. So we just stayed distant and never touched. Now all we do is text too much. I don't remember much from my youth. Maybe my memory is repressed. Or I just spent too much time wondering if I'd live to have sex. I fell in love for the first time in 4th grade, but I didn't have the courage to talk to her. In 8th grade, I wrote the note and slipped it in somebody else's locker. Considered killing myself because of that. It was a big deal. It was a blown cover. It was over for me. My goose was cooked. Stick a fork in me. The jig is up. Blew my chances. The rest is history. Our future was torn asunder. It became abundantly clear I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Thankfully, I wrote the whole note in code, and it had 10 layers of Scotch tape safety seal, making it impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to...
Oh my god, that's so heavy, bro. That's so heavy.
We haven't stopped it like at all to break anything down.
Oh, that's so heavy, bro.
He's so clean and smooth with it.
Like, you just have to understand too, like the whole metaphor of everything he's talking about, right? Like he's like, thank God I safely sealed it with 10 layers of Scotch tape, right? But he's also talking about his insecurity, like his emotions, like that part of him is sealed up and shit. And he's like, it's meant to self-destruct if anybody opens it. And whoever read this letter probably died laughing, right? Like, come on, like, but like, died laughing, like making fun of him type shit, like. That's some fucking good shit.
Yeah.
Abundantly clear, I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Thankfully, I wrote the whole note in code, and it had 10 layers of Scotch tape safety seal, making it impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to understand that wasn't love that I was feeling for her. I had someone else to obsess over. I was older. I was very mature. I forged my time signature while practicing my parents' autograph because I was failing math. Disconnected the phone when I thought the teacher would call my home. Checked the mailbox twice a day. At the end of a long dirt road, steamed open a couple envelopes like I was in private detective mode. If you snoop around long enough for something in particular, you're guaranteed to find it. For better or worse, that's how I learned it's best to just keep some things private. It was the best of times.
Damn, bro.
Was the end of times. Was the best of times. Was the end of times. Was the best of times. Was the end of times. Best of times, the end of times. I was always on deck, I was next in line. An only child with a pen and pad, writing a list of things I could never have. Walls in my house were paper thin, every squabble seemed to get deafening. My memory served me correctly and made it a point to avoid and forget some things. Proudly to keep from being embarrassed. Never meant to upset or give grief to my parents. Kept my secrets, hidden my talents in my head, never run to the mattress. Therapy couldn't hurt me. Never learned a word that would ensure safety, so I spoke softly. And I tiptoed off, and the door to my room was like a big old coffin. The way that it creaked when I closed it shut. Anxieties peaked when it opened up. As if everything that I was thinking would be exposed. I still sleep fully clothed.
Oh my
It was the
god.
best of times.
That's so fucking heavy, man.
And I tiptoed off, and the door to my room was like a big old coffin. The way that it creaked when I closed it shut.
His room is a big old coffin, and when he closed it shut,
The way that it creaked when I closed it shut.
and he talks about the walls being paper thin,
And you
so
can hear the arguments.
the arguments, the
The
fighting.
paper
and-
he found was the divorce stuff.
God.
Yeah.
Anxieties peaked when it opened up. As if
Anxieties peaked
When the
door
doors opened up.
right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Because now he's going out into all of that negativity.
word that would ensure safety, so I spoke softly. And I tiptoed off, and the door to my room was like a big old coffin. The way that it creaked when I closed it shut. Anxiety.
And it's also like saying that he in the beginning he says he was all by himself all the time. So his room was not only a coffin because he was getting away from the fights, but because he trapped himself in there.
Yeah.
And he would rather, oh god.
yeah, sad. Sorry.
It's okay.
Fuck.
I'm like really dehydrated, sorry.
You okay?
Yeah.
The door to my room was like a big old coffin. The way that it creaked when I closed it shut. Anxieties peaked when it opened up. As if everything that I was thinking would be exposed. I still sleep fully clothed. It was the best of times.
Yeah, he said I kept my talents hidden. And the things that he jotted down, he kept them hidden in his mind. He never kept them under the mattress. Come on.
I still sleep fully clothed. It was the best of times. It was beautiful. It was brutal. It was cruel. It was business as usual. Heaven. It was hell. Used to wonder if I lived to see 12. When I did, I figured that I was immortal. Loved to dance, but couldn't make it to the formal. Couldn't bear watching my imaginary girlfriend bust a move with any other dudes. Tone Look was talking about a wild thing, but I was still caught up with some child things. Scared of a god who couldn't spare the rod. It was clearly.
I was still growing up with some child things because, man, dude, come on.
Because why?
It's because he never really got to outgrow those things. Like, he was stuck with them in that little room, I guess, you know? Like he never had a chance to, like, have that.
Be a kid?
Yeah.
Imaginary girlfriend bust a move with any other dudes. Tone Look was talking about a wild thing, but I was still caught up with some child things. Scared of a god who couldn't spare the rod. It was clearly a brimstone and fire thing. Pyromaniac, kleptomaniac, couldn't explain my desire to steal that fire. Now I add it to my rider, like please don't throw me in that patch of briar. It was the best of times. It was the end of times. The school counselor was clueless, cause I never skipped classes. Perfect attendance, imperfect accent, speech impediment they could never really fix. And I fake bad eyesight so I could wear glasses. Consider doing something that would cripple me. Wanted a wheelchair, wanted the sympathy, wanted straight teeth, so then came braces. 4 years of headgear helped me change faces. It was the best of times.
Oh my god.
It was the end of times. Now I wonder if I live to see marriage. Wonder if I live long enough to have kids. Wonder if I live to see my kids have kids. If I do, I'ma tell them how it is. But don't listen when they tell you that these are your best years. Don't let anyone protect your ears. It's best that you hear what they don't want you to hear. Better to have pressure from peers than not have peers. Bear won't give you chest hair. Spicy food won't make it curl. When you think you got it all figured out and then everything collapses, trust me, kid, it's not the end of the world.
That was so good.
He said when you eat spicy foods, it won't hurt. He's talking about the poo.
Yeah, and he's talking like it won't grow chest hair. Something else.
Yeah.
It's good.
Hell yeah, that was so good. One of the reasons I paused it at the very beginning is because I'm not sure if I'm right about the artist or not, but I'm pretty sure Sage Francis was diagnosed with some type of throat. Something had to do with his throat to where it was going to make it to where he can't rap no more. And that's when this came out. I could be mistaken though. It could be a different artist and a different song entirely. But
Let us know if you know.
yeah, whoever it is, I know someone in the comments will know who it is because they're closely related to this type of genre of music. And yeah, but either way, man, what an amazing track.
Right.
And to title it The Best of Times, and to basically just take it back to the beginning, to your childhood, to growing up, to where you came from, and like what really created you as a person, you know. I feel like a lot of that had to do with his parents divorcing.
Or like,
that's what like really set his journey.
I like that it's called The Best of Times because like at the end he restates that, like he tells his whole story as to what happened when he was a kid and why he is who he is and why he does what he does, right? Like he was always by himself, he was always locking himself in his room. And then he was telling the other kid, like, when I have kids, I'm going to tell my grandkids and hit their grandkids that your youth is not really the best of times. Your youth is when you have to listen to your parents and you have to do what you're supposed to do and you have to, and then like become an adult. And then once you're an adult, you get to make your own decisions and you get to go your own path. And that didn't happen for him because if you don't have the role models around you, and maybe I'm speaking in a term because I don't know his parents, I don't know the whole relationship or not, but sometimes when you don't have that support, it's their mindset about how this is supposed to be the best of times. I'm supposed to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and however I want to do it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
That kid he was talking to was himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like he's like talking to his younger version of himself.
I thought it was himself.
What I would say to myself type stuff.
Yeah, and then at the end he's like, get out of here.
Yeah.
And like he gets him, pushes him out of the screen because he's a different person now. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's himself. He understands who he is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, it's super sick. One of my favorites for sure, man. Yeah. Any of your favorite Sage Francis's, man, comment below. We'll get them on the list and get to it as soon as we can. We have a lot of music like his to get to. If you're new here, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. And we'll catch you in the next one. Real Reactions, we out of here.